Imagine a mind so strong it can't be broken by life's storms, a mindset so resilient it faces setbacks with calm. Sounds impossible, right? But what if you could learn to control your mind in a way that gives you power over any challenge? You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. It's no secret that life isn't going to hand us smooth sailing. The Stoics knew that setbacks, losses, and failures are unavoidable. Subscribe now to join this journey and explore how Stoicism can unlock a version of yourself that's unshakable, focused, and strong. Each lesson in this guide will give you practical, timeless wisdom that's backed by centuries of philosophy, yet relevant today. And trust me, if you're ready to learn the mindset that defeats anything, you'll want to stick around. Hit like if you're already excited for what's coming, and subscribe so you don't miss these life-changing insights. Because once you unlock this kind of mindset, you'll have the tools to face any challenge head-on, no matter how tough. Control what you can, let go of what you can't. One of the hardest things for most of us to accept is that much of what happens in life is beyond our control. We stress, we worry, and we try to manage every single outcome, only to end up frustrated, drained, and often even further from our goals. The Stoics taught that instead of fighting reality, we should turn our attention to what lies within our influence, our thoughts, our choices, and our actions. Imagine you've just lost a job. Naturally, there's a flurry of emotions, anger, fear, maybe even shame. But what if you looked at the situation from a Stoic perspective? You can't change the fact that the job is gone. That's outside of your control. By focusing only on what you can do next, you release yourself from the endless cycle of frustration over things you cannot change. Waste no more time arguing about what a good person should be. Be one. Marcus Aurelius. This quote underscores the Stoic approach. Focus less on what others think or on external circumstances, and more on your own actions. And over time, this becomes a powerful habit, a kind of mental muscle that grows stronger the more you use it. Building this muscle of controlling the controllable transforms the way you experience life. Imagine not being swayed by every challenge or setback, not because you're numb, but because you understand your power. In any situation, you have a choice. Focus on the uncontrollable and suffer, or focus on what you can control and grow. By practicing this Stoic wisdom, you begin to create a mindset that truly can defeat anything. Embrace discomfort to build strength. One of the fundamental principles in Stoic philosophy is the concept of voluntary discomfort. While most of us seek comfort as a measure of happiness, the Stoics believed that true resilience and inner strength are only built through experiences of discomfort. The goal isn't to become miserable or to suffer for the sake of suffering, but rather to develop the mental toughness required to face life's inevitable challenges with confidence. Take a simple example: cold showers. Many Stoics practiced enduring physical discomfort to build mental endurance. At first, standing under a cold shower may seem unbearable. The shock, the shivers, the urge to jump out are immediate. But as you stand there and allow yourself to get used to the discomfort, you're not just getting through a cold shower, you're teaching your mind to stay calm and composed in the face of something uncomfortable. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Epictetus. This quote reflects another side of embracing discomfort, the willingness to look foolish or out of place. Many people avoid pursuing their true goals or speaking their minds because they fear judgment or criticism. Yet, by allowing yourself to experience these smaller discomforts, taking risks, stepping out of your comfort zone, and possibly failing publicly, you're training yourself to be less concerned with others' opinions and more focused on your own path. Another way to practice voluntary discomfort is to challenge yourself mentally, such as by fasting or temporarily giving up something you enjoy. Fasting, a practice Marcus Aurelius and Seneca both wrote about, is a physical and mental exercise. Not only does it develop your willpower, but it also reminds you of your true needs versus your desires. Each time you face something uncomfortable with composure, you cultivate a mindset capable of handling life's larger trials. Embrace small discomforts regularly, and you'll find that not only do you become stronger, but you also become freer, as your sense of peace is no longer dictated by the need for comfort. This is how a Stoic mindset is born, through facing what is hard to build the strength for anything. Focus on the present moment. The Stoics were masters of living in the present, understanding that it's the only moment we truly have. In our fast-paced, goal-oriented world, however, we often spend more time regretting the past or worrying about the future than fully engaging with what's happening right now. But focusing on the present is essential for a resilient mindset, as it grounds you, reduces anxiety, and allows you to make better choices without the weight of past mistakes or future fears. Imagine you're facing a difficult project at work. The deadline looms, and your mind is racing with what ifs. What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? What if something unexpected happens? In this state, you're not only anxious, but you're also less productive because your energy is spent worrying rather than working. A Stoic approach would be to bring your mind back to the present. The whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. Seneca. This wisdom from Seneca is a reminder that the future, by its very nature, is unknowable. While it's good to plan and prepare, fixating on an unknown future creates needless suffering. Consider how much mental energy is wasted on scenarios that may never unfold. Instead of letting fear or anticipation of the future dictate your life, a Stoic mindset urges you to keep returning to the present moment where you have actual influence. Practicing mindfulness is one of the most effective ways to cultivate this skill of present-focused awareness. Mindfulness isn't about emptying your mind, but about paying full attention to what you're doing right now, whether that's eating, working, or having a conversation. When you learn to make the most of each moment, you'll be less shaken by setbacks because your happiness isn't postponed for some future outcome. It's right here, in every present moment you fully embrace. This is the Stoic way to a powerful mindset. Let go of what you cannot see or control and find strength in the only thing you truly have. Now, reframe challenges as opportunities for growth. One of the most empowering Stoic principles is the idea that every challenge we face holds within it an opportunity for growth. The Stoics believed that obstacles are not things to avoid or fear, but essential experiences that can strengthen us if we learn to approach them wisely. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." The Stoics would encourage you to see the criticism as something that, while uncomfortable, ultimately helps you grow stronger. Rather than focusing on the negative emotions surrounding the feedback, redirect your thoughts toward what you can gain from it. This shift not only reduces the stress of facing criticism, but also helps you become more adaptable and open to improvement. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. Seneca's quote captures the Stoic view that just as our muscles grow stronger through physical effort, our minds become resilient through challenges. How can this make me a better person? Each time we choose to see obstacles as growth opportunities, we reinforce our ability to bounce back from adversity. This shift also empowers us to stop viewing ourselves as victims of circumstance and instead as students of life, constantly learning and evolving. Instead of allowing challenges to dishearten you, make it a habit to look for the silver lining. This isn't about forced optimism, but about genuinely training your mind to find value in adversity. Over time, this Stoic habit of reframing not only builds resilience, but also creates a sense of inner peace, as you realize that no experience is truly wasted. Every obstacle becomes a stepping stone, guiding you toward growth. In this way, reframing isn't just a mental exercise. It's a way to unlock a powerful, unshakable mindset that can defeat anything life throws at you. Practice gratitude, even in adversity. The Stoics had a remarkable way of finding gratitude even in difficult situations, understanding that gratitude is essential for inner peace and resilience. Rather than only being grateful for what's easy or pleasant, they practice finding appreciation for everything life brought their way, especially challenges. Practicing gratitude even in adversity can help us transform our mindset, anchoring us in a deep, steady appreciation for life itself. Losing a job might be a painful experience, but it can also prompt a new direction in life, push you to build new skills, or strengthen your resilience. Even in loss, there's something to appreciate, be it the support of friends, the chance to reassess your values, or the opportunity to rebuild with intention. He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. Epictetus. Life's hardships become more manageable when we focus on what remains good, what lessons we've learned, and what strengths we've developed. This doesn't mean denying pain or pretending that everything is perfect. Rather, it's about expanding our focus to include the positive alongside the difficult. By doing so, we cultivate a mindset that can withstand any challenge with grace and perspective. Perhaps a stressful workday gave you the opportunity to refine your time management skills, or a disagreement with a friend allowed you to practice patience and empathy. By making it a habit to find something positive within each challenge, you train your mind to focus on resilience and growth rather than frustration or regret. Over time, this practice not only builds resilience, but also fosters a sense of lasting peace and fulfillment, regardless of external circumstances. The Stoics teach us that gratitude isn't just a feel-good exercise. It's a transformative perspective that turns every experience, good or bad, into fuel for a stronger, more unshakable mindset. Detach from outcomes and focus on effort. One of the most liberating teachings of Stoic philosophy is the idea of detaching from outcomes and focusing entirely on the effort we put into each action. The Stoics understood that while we can control our intentions, choices, and the actions we take, we cannot control the results of those actions. By shifting our attention away from results and onto the process itself, we build a mindset that is both resilient and free from the anxieties tied to external validation. What we can control is the dedication, thoughtfulness, and consistency we bring to each step along the way. By focusing on the quality of your effort and letting go of the need for a specific result, you remove much of the stress associated with achievement and free yourself from the fear of failure. Do not seek for things to happen the way you want them to. Rather, wish that what happens happen the way it happens. Then you will be happy. Epictetus. One way to practice this Stoic principle is to set effort-based goals rather than outcome-based ones. Instead of setting a goal like, I must get promoted, shift it to, I will give my best effort to improve my skills and contribute meaningfully to my team. By doing this, you're able to put your energy where it matters, on your own growth and contribution, without attaching your self-worth to an uncertain result. Similarly, in personal goals, rather than focusing on losing a certain number of pounds, you could focus on the effort, eating mindfully and staying active. This way, your sense of success is based on what you control, not on an outcome that may be influenced by external factors. When you detach from outcomes, you cultivate a mindset that is adaptable, resilient, and free from the unnecessary pressures that often drain our happiness and motivation. This Stoic practice doesn't mean you stop caring about your goals. It simply means you learn to find peace in knowing you've done your best, no matter the result. In this way, detaching from outcomes becomes a source of inner strength, giving you the freedom to face life's uncertainties with clarity and calm, grounded in the power of your own effort. Recognize the power of your thoughts. The Stoics understood that our minds shape our experiences far more than external circumstances do. They taught that by managing our thoughts, we can transform how we perceive and respond to life's challenges. By consciously shaping our thinking, we can build a resilient, empowered mindset capable of navigating any challenge. Think about a time when something relatively minor, like getting caught in traffic or receiving an unexpected bill, left you feeling frustrated or even defeated. The Stoic approach would be to observe these automatic thoughts, recognizing that they're only one way of viewing the situation. Instead of letting them spiral, try reframing them. This delay is beyond my control, so I'll use this time to listen to an audiobook. Or, this is an opportunity to practice patience. Through this process of self-reflection and reframing, you transform a frustrating situation into a moment of growth and calm. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius reminds us here that the thoughts we choose to engage with directly influence our well-being. Recognizing this power means that we don't have to be at the mercy of every negative or anxious thought that pops up. Instead, we can choose to engage only with thoughts that serve us and let the rest go. It's about cultivating mental discipline, filtering out negativity, and nurturing perspectives that promote resilience. One way to practice this is through a daily thought audit. Take a few minutes each evening to review your day, paying attention to any negative or limiting thoughts that arose. Write them down and then consider alternative interpretations. Over time, you'll find that you gain an increasing sense of control over your mental landscape. By cultivating an awareness of our thoughts, we build an inner strength that remains steady even in difficult circumstances. Ultimately, recognizing the power of our thoughts allows us to shape a life not defined by external ups and downs, but by a steady, self-directed peace and fulfillment. This is the essence of a Stoic mindset, knowing that while we may not control what happens, we always control how we think about it. And that makes all the difference. Accept mortality to live fully. A fundamental Stoic teaching is the practice of memento mori, or remember that you will die. Far from being morbid, this concept is meant to serve as a reminder that life is fleeting and that our time here is limited. By accepting our mortality, we're encouraged to live fully, appreciating each moment rather than squandering time on trivialities. Rather than fearing death, Stoics learned to embrace it as an inevitable part of life, using this awareness to make purposeful choices, cultivate gratitude, and eliminate distractions. Imagine how different your daily choices might be if you approached each day as if it were your last. Instead of putting off happiness or waiting for someday to live as we want, the awareness of mortality prompts us to prioritize what truly makes us fulfilled right now. Let us prepare our minds as if we'd come to the very end of life. Let us postpone nothing. Seneca. Seneca's words remind us that waiting until later is a gamble, as later is never guaranteed. The Stoics were acutely aware of this, and they practiced living with intention and presence. By accepting mortality, We free ourselves from the trap of procrastination and indecision. The things we've been putting off, the phone call to a loved one, the trip we always wanted to take, the passion project we've been waiting to start, suddenly gain urgency. The awareness that our time is limited allows us to focus on what we truly value and gives us the courage to let go of the superficial. One way to practice memento mori is to take a few moments each day to reflect on what would matter to you if today were your last. This reflection often reveals what is genuinely important, reminding us to prioritize meaningful actions over distractions. By doing this regularly, you'll find it easier to let go of unnecessary worries and to live more intentionally. Accepting mortality doesn't lead to sadness. It leads to a fuller life. This acceptance is the foundation of Stoic resilience. It reminds us that while we can't control the length of our lives, we can control the quality. Embracing our mortality, we start to live more fully and courageously, creating a life rich with purpose, presence, and gratitude. Congratulations on exploring these Stoic lessons, each one a step toward mastering a mindset that's resilient, calm, and powerful enough to face any challenge. You've learned how to let go of what's beyond your control, embrace discomfort, find gratitude in adversity, and even accept mortality as a source of strength. These aren't just ideas, they're tools, and if you've made it this far, you're already beginning to see the incredible impact of applying them. Stoic philosophy isn't about being perfect or emotionless. It's about building a strong foundation within yourself so that no matter what life throws at you, you have the inner resources to remain steady and purposeful. This mindset allows you to face everything with clarity, to find opportunity in setbacks, and to live with a deep sense of peace and purpose. Imagine the kind of freedom that comes with knowing that, even in the midst of chaos, your mind is in your control. That's the Stoic path, and it's a journey that you're invited to continue every day. Now, if these lessons resonated with you, let's make this a community of resilient minds. Hit the like button if you feel inspired, and subscribe to join us as we dive even deeper into building an unbreakable mindset. Each week we'll explore new Stoic insights, practical strategies, and other life-changing perspectives to keep you on this path toward inner strength and resilience. And here's a challenge. If you truly grasp the heart of Stoic resilience, drop a comment below with "mind over body." Let's see how many of us are committed to developing this kind of mental mastery, because in the end, resilience begins in the mind. Imagine how different life could be if we all supported each other on this journey toward an unbreakable mindset. Comment "mind over body" below, and let's make Stoic wisdom a guiding force together.